This one's a hard SAT geometry question, but it is not nearly as hard as Evil Testing Service makes it out to be in its hopelessly long and complex explanation in the SAT Math Question Bank. What's the area of the triangle formed by connecting the 3 points shown? So it sucks because you got to draw 3 points. You can't write on the test. And you got to do it following the pattern in the image to the best of your ability, but it doesn't have to be to scale or anything like that. Make the dots big. And then the trick to this question is there really isn't a way to find the area of this triangle. What you got to do, you got to draw a rectangle around this triangle. You got to find all the parts of the rectangle that are not the triangle. And you take all the parts that are not the triangle away, and you're left with the triangle. So let's see if we can figure out the sides of our rectangle. How far is it from this dot right here down to the line that this dot is on? Well, this distance is 3, and this is 3 more. So the distance from this dot down to here is 6. And that's a lot easier from this dot up to where this other dot over here is just 1. So how far is this whole distance? It's 7. Okay, cool. Looking at the line that this dot is on, how far is it over to this dot? This distance is 1. And looking at this dot here, how far is it from this dot here over to the line that this dot is on? This is 3, and this is 4, so the whole thing is 7. This distance is 7. So how far is this entire distance? It's 8. All right, so think about your rectangle. The whole rectangle has length and width of 8 and 7. So what's the area of the whole rectangle? It's 56. Now, for these 3 triangles, what is the area of a triangle? It's half of base times height. So let's look at this bigger triangle first. What's the base? Call it 7. What's the height? Call it 7. So it's half of 7 times 7, half of 49. Strong recommend here, use your calculator. So the area of this biggest triangle is 24.5. And that's the only hard part here. This one, the base is 1 and the height is 6, right? So it's half times 1 times 6. You don't need to use your calculator for that. It's 3. And then for this one, similarly simple. Area is half of base times height, so it's half of, we'll call the base 1, call the height 8, so it's half of 8, so it's 4. So what is the area of the parts that we shaded in, the parts of our rectangle that's not the triangle? It's 24.5, 4, and 3. So again, strong recommend calculator math. 24.5 plus 7 is 31.5. So the area of the whole rectangle is 56, and the area of what we shaded, which is not the triangle, is 31.5. So you're going to take the area of the whole rectangle, and you're going to take the parts that's not the triangle away. So 56 minus 31.5, you're going to get 24.5. Guess what? That's the answer. And that's it. Not that complex.